Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, or welcome as always if this is the first time you're joining. I'm Jen, also known as Blessed Yoga, and today we're going to be flowing through quite a fiery, kind of intermediate level flow, focused mainly on the upper body. I know it's not always a fan favorite to work on, but a lot of us have a lot stronger legs than we do upper body. And this is the kind of strength that we need for all our fun, funky arm balances and inversions. So I'm filming on my nude camera today. I've got my Britney mic on. So whenever you guys are ready, let's hop on our mats and we'll get started. Okay guys, let's start out today in a kneeling position. So if you just sit back towards your heels, if this feels really uncomfortable for you, feel free to grab a pillow and place it underneath your bum, just between your bum and your heels, and it will help you keep a little more elevated. And if that's not working for you, you can always come to any comfortable position that you'd like. Just taking hands onto the thighs, palms facing down, and when you're ready, begin to shut off your eyes, gently closing off the eyelids, finding that darkness, finding the stillness. And just take one big roll back of the shoulders, drop them nice and down your back, far away from the ears, creating a little bit more space for the neck and the head. And just seeing if you can start to turn your attention inwards, self-study, introspection, noticing how the body feels, how the mind feels. Maybe your brain's a little bit busy today, maybe you feel quite calm and quiet. And whatever that feeling is that you feel, try and see if you can not judge it, not have an opinion about that feeling, just observing it as it is, without any added or meta judgment onto it. Sometimes just by judging our own feelings, we spiral or we create a little bit more tension by having a negative judgment on maybe a negative feeling, if that makes sense. So just seeing if you can observe it for what it is, what it means to you. And then starting to focus a little more on the breath, if you can. Starting to breathe in and out through your nose, that Ujjayi breath, the oceanic sounding breath. And now if you don't know what this is, that's fine. We're just going to close off our mouth and see if we can start to breathe down the back of the throat, creating that kind of humming sound without opening the mouth. Just trying to constrict the throat a little more, getting a little louder with that ocean sounding breath. Imagining if someone were next to you, they should be able to hear you breathing. And the reason we do this victorious ocean sounding breath is to warm up the body, to get more oxygen into the body. And when we breathe out through the mouth, we tend to cool down the body a little more. So if you get a little bit blasted or hot during your practice today, always feel free to take a lion's breath or breathe it out through the mouth. Before we start moving today, I'd just like you to set an intention, not just for your practice today, but for the rest of the week. It doesn't matter what day of the week you're doing it on. Just setting an intention or a goal or something that you want to manifest for you. And once that becomes quite clear in your mind, gently blinking open the eyes, find a nice soft gaze in front of you. And we're going to begin to do some circles with our arms. So I want you to take your right hand, palm facing towards you, thumb to the sky. We're going to do a big circle up. And as you hit the top, see if you can turn your thumb the way that you're facing, palm facing away from you. Big circle back, trying not to move the chest too much. Coming back, so hand faces you until you get up. Palm faces away as you go down. Breath, inhale to lift up. Exhale, palm away, drop it down. Good. Inhale up. Exhale, turn away, big circle around. Good. One more. Inhale up. Exhale, palm away, big circle around. And then switching sides. So palm facing towards you on the left hand. Big circle up as you breathe in. Palm away, circle it back. And there's no super right way of doing this. So don't worry if you just feel like it's a little bit awkward. We're just trying to get into that rotator cuff, into the shoulder. Maybe you hear a few cracks, snap, crackle, pops. Good, let's do one more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, palm away, circle it down. Really nice. Both hands together. Let's do 3. Inhale to lift. Palms face each other. Palms face away. Big circle back. Feel that slight struggle. Inhale to lift. Exhale, circle it back. Good. One more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, circle it back. All the way back. Good. And then inhale, lift up. If you need to, just sitting away from your heels for a second, tap out your feet, keep your hands overhead like you're holding onto a beach ball almost, or a football, whatever ball takes your preference. And then we'll take a breath in, keep your ribs tucked in, and as you breathe out, try to take that ball to the back of your neck, opening up through the triceps. Try not to puff out the chest because then you're going to lose the stretch through the tricep. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, take it back. Inhale, lift up. Really send your mind into these muscles. Exhale, back. Good. One more. Inhale, up. Exhale, take it back. Ribs in. Feel the stretch. It might just be subtle or slight. And then keeping your left hand down, we want to take our palm to our back. Reach the right hand up overhead. And then as you exhale, take your hand onto your elbow and gently apply a little bit of pressure, stretching through that shoulder. Again, try as best as you can not to let the ribs puff out. Keep the ribs in, keep pressing down. Good. Deep breath in, deep breath out. As we inhale, right hand lifts, left hand lifts, and we switch. So right hand down, take it to the back. And then taking your left hand onto your elbow, start to press down. Let me face you so you can see what I'm doing for this one. It's pretty standard shoulder tricep stretch. Deep breath in, ribs in, pressing down. Good, let's go for one more. Nice. As you inhale, release, stretch up overhead. And as you exhale, take your hands to the floor. We're going to come into our hands and knees tabletop position. Making sure your knees are stacked under hips, wrists under shoulders. Let's inhale into our cow pose. Nearly got them wrong. That would have been embarrassing, wouldn't it? And as you exhale, pushing around chin to chest, arching through the back. Really press your shoulders out your back. We're doing a lot of focus on the upper body today. As you inhale, lower the belly, lift the chest, and then really try to pull your shoulders down your back. So if my shoulders are up here, I want to roll them down my back, lift the chest nice and proud. As you exhale, pushing around, chin to chest, nice big arch. Push your shoulder blades out your back, separate them. And then as you inhale, coming to a neutral spine, we're going to try and isolate the shoulder movements. So try to keep a nice neutral tailbone, so we're not doing any of this kind of movement. Nice neutral tailbone. And then we're going to just drop our chest down to the floor, squeeze our shoulders together behind our back. As you exhale, push the floor away, pushing the floor, shoulder blades out your back. So can you see I'm not doing this full rounding? Tailbone is neutral and I'm just pushing the floor away, really strong through the shoulders. Nice to work into the mobility of the shoulders. Dropping your chest, trample your shoulders down your back. Keep a nice neutral tailbone. And as you exhale, push the floor away. Good, let's do one more. Inhale, drop down, squeeze your shoulder blades together like you're trying to hold a pencil in that gap. And then as you exhale, pushing around, really push the floor away. Feel that little bit of warmth running through the back of the shoulders. Nice. As you inhale, let's take our right arm up to the sky. Big reach up. And I don't want you to do this in like a flowy kind of throw it away movement. I want a lot of strength through the muscles, a lot of consciousness into that space so we can open up through the chest. As you exhale, reaching through the gap on the left side, let's drop our face down, side of the head, shoulder down. Now, if you feel comfortable here, and only if you feel comfortable with your neck, we're going to take our left arm up to the sky, open the chest, a little bit more stretch through that shoulder. Now, option to add a little something on here, you can see if maybe you can take hands into prayer, and as you do this, start to push that top hand into the bottom hand to twist your chest round even further. Try not to let your elbow draw back to your knee like I just did. Pushing away, stretching through the middle of the body. Nice big stretch. This is one of my favorite new stretches. As you inhale, let's release. Right arm down, left hand back to the sky. And then we're going to take our left hand down by our face, press into our hand, unravel, and I want you to take it back to that open twist on the right. As you exhale, right hand down to the floor, let's switch sides. Inhale, left arm lifts. And as you exhale, threading through the gap, shoulder drops down, side of the face drops down. Now making sure you've not threaded too close to your knee. Maybe seeing if you can lift the right arm up to the sky. And then if you want a little more, hands come into a prayer. And we're pressing that top hand down into the bottom to see if we can get a little bit more twist. I feel like the ultimate pretzel right now. Can't even tell my right from my left. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Good. As you inhale, gently release, left hand down, right to the sky. And as you exhale, take that top palm back down to the floor by your face. Left arm unravels to the sky. Big stretch up. As you exhale, left hand comes down. Looking forwards, let's start to walk our hands forwards, coming into our puppy pose. Let me move back so I'm fully on my mat. Reaching your chest down to the floor. Now, option here, either to take your forehead down. If that feels a little bit too easy for you, you can always try to send your chin down to the floor. And now the aim here is to really try and soften our chest down to the ground. Keep breathing, keep melting that heart space into the floor. 2 more breaths, stick with it. Really nice. And if your chin is on the floor, I want you to take it back to a forehead position. So you've got a little bit more weight through your forehead now. We're going to take our palms together to touch and then start to draw your thumbs to the back of your neck, stretching through the triceps. Now, the more you drop your chest down to the floor here, the more you're going to feel that tricep stretch. Really nice. Letting your shark fin come back to the floor. Palms down, look forwards. Roll your weight all the way forwards. I've just created a nice makeup mark on my mat. Lovely. Hands underneath shoulders. We're going to tuck our toes under. Press all the way back into our downward facing dog. Hips up nice and high to the sky. Pressing back. Now, if this is the first down dog of your day, please take a nice soft bend through the knees. We're going to start to pedal one heel down at a time. Slowly pedaling, pressing your chest back as you do. Just looking forwards, checking that fingers are nice and wide apart, not too wide, but just covering enough surface area. And our index finger should be facing forwards. Even if you've been doing yoga for years, sometimes our down dog can always do with a little bit of tweaking. Really nice. And then bending both knees, looking forwards to the top of the mat. We're going to step forwards, right toes, left toes. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, folding back down. And as you inhale, gently roll yourself all the way up to standing. Sweep your arms up overhead. And as you exhale, take your hands to heart center. As you inhale, we're going to sweep back up. Exhale, beginning to cactus the arms. Really lift the chest. Let me turn to face you so you can see what I'm doing. Goalpost with the arms. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. And then turning your palms down, float them down. Inhale, palms up, reach up. Exhale, cactus. Big breath in. Big breath out. One more inhale. As you exhale, hands float down. Good, let's do one more like that. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, cactus. Big breath in. Big breath out. Really pull your elbows back behind you, shoulders together. One more breath in. And as you exhale, float down. Really nice. Inhale, let's take our arms up overhead. As you exhale, big dive forwards, folding down. Palms touch the floor. Stepping back into your high plank upper push-up position. Strong through the shoulders now. We're going to take a big breath in. As you breathe out, drop your knees, shift your weight forwards, keep your core on, lower all the way down like a tricep push-up. As you inhale, chest lifts away from the floor, roll up into your cobra. And as you exhale, pressing back to downward facing dog, hips up nice and high to the sky. Starting to build that bit of heat now. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Good. Now, I want you to look forwards towards your hands. We're going to do a little bit of an exercise. I want you to drop your right forearm down to the floor, then your left forearm. Keep your core on and keep pressing your chest back. As you inhale, left forearm, right forearm lifts. Amazing. Other way. So we go left forearm down, right forearm down. Doesn't matter if you're slipping like I am, just stick with it. Right forearm. Left forearm. Good. Now one together. Both forearms down. Inhale, lift. Amazing. Looking forwards, we're going to roll all the way into our high plank position. Shoulders out your back. Stay strong. Knees lower, lower, all the way down onto your belly and chest. Really nice. Left arm's going to come out to half a T shape. Kick your right toes up towards the sky and then push yourself over so that your right toes tap the floor over the other leg. We're opening up through this left chest space, pressing the floor away with our right hand. And if your head is lifted, which I'm sure for some of you it probably is, try to see if you can tap it back down. Now, the more we open up into this knee and this leg, the more of a stretch we're going to feel through our chest space on the left. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. One more. Breathe in. And out. Good. And then rolling gently back onto your belly. Slow roll over. And we'll switch sides. So left hand underneath your shoulder. Right arm out long to the side. Left toes lift, and we're going to press and roll over. Kickstand that left foot behind you, and keep trying to open up through the chest. Staying with that ujjayi breath, really loud ocean sounding breath. Really nice. Slowly rolling back onto your belly. Let your leg come back down to the floor, both hands underneath your shoulders. We're going to tuck our toes under and press all the way back to our downward facing dog, hips up nice and high to the sky. Take a breath in. Deep breath out. As you inhale, look forwards. As you exhale, both forearms down at the same time. Really try and keep that control. Keep elbows wrapping in towards each other. Keep pressing your chest back. So we're in our dolphin pose now. As you inhale, lift your right toes away from the floor. And as you exhale, take your right knee to your right forearm. Now this is not easy. And then step back, dolphin pose. Inhale, left toes lift. Left knee to left. Upper arm, and then step back. Amazing. Looking forward, stay with me here, nearly off of our arms. We're going to press into our fingers, see if we can lift both elbows at the same time, and then step forwards with your left toes. Big step forwards, drop the back knee down, and untuck the back toes. As you inhale, big sweep up, look up. And as you exhale, hands come together behind your back. Interlace your fingers and squeeze your palms together. Squeezing shoulders together as well. Lift the chest. Maybe taking a little back bend, squeezing the bum, thinking about drawing your fist down to the floor behind you. See if you can get it. Maybe you can. Maybe it's too much. And then as you inhale, re-lift the chest. We're going to start to straighten our front leg. Toes come towards your face. And then begin to fold forwards, pulling your fist away from your back. Now, if this is too hard for balance, you can always take your foot down to the floor, the front foot, or you can just release your hands and just take the hamstring stretch. Lots of options. Stay with me. One more breath. Good. As you inhale, release your hands, bend into the front knee, low lunge. As you exhale, hands come down, frame your front foot, tuck and lift the back knee. And then we're going to send our left leg all the way to the sky for down dog splits or three-legged down dog. Lift it nice and high. And then looking forward, stepping forwards again with the left toes. Look forwards into your runner's lunge. See if you can lift your arms out to your sides. And then maybe you can lift the back toes into your warrior three. Lifting. Lift the chest. Begin to lift it a little more. Sweep your right knee in towards your chest. Reach your arms up overhead. And as you exhale, hands by your sides. Right foot down to the floor. Take a minute, reset. Maybe close your eyes. Find your breath. Once you've taken your moment to reset, gently blink open the eyes if they were shut. We'll reach our arms up overhead, big stretch up. As you exhale, dive forward, hands to the floor. Stepping back, left toes, right toes into your high plank upper push-up. If you like to, flowing through your chaturanga, and if not, knees drop lower down as so. If you're following me, inhale, shift forwards, exhale, lower halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra if you've lowered, and exhale, press all the way back to downward facing dog, hips up nice and high. Taking a moment, shoulders down your back, armpits facing each other. Let's look forwards. We've got one more round of those elbow drops. So let's start on the left side. Left forearm down, right forearm down. Right forearm up, left up. Stay with me. Right down, left down. They're meant to be hard. Don't worry. Inhale, lift. Right elbow lifts, one down, together. Both elbows, squeeze them towards each other, squeeze your core. Inhale, lift back up, amazing. Rolling all the way into your high plank position. Knees lower, lower all the way down onto your belly and chest. Take a moment, lift up into cobra, shoulders down your back. And as you exhale, pressing back to downward facing dog. Hips up nice and high to the sky. We're going to look forwards, drop both forearms down, try and drop them both at the same time, good. And then we're going to lift the left toes as we breathe in. As we breathe out, left knee to left upper arm, step back. Inhale, right toes lift, right knee into right upper arm, tap, step back. If you're sweating, me too. Looking forwards, try and lift both elbows at the same time, we've got it. Lift, look forwards, right toes step forwards, drop your back knee down. Oh, Jen, it's meaner than you thought it was going to be. Oh, good. As you inhale, let's lift up into our low lunge, making sure that front knee is stacked over the front ankle, no further, none of this. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, interlacing fingers behind your back, squeeze your palms together, squeeze your shoulders together. Bending a little more into the front knee. See if we can take a bit of a back bend, open up the chest. Maybe you tap your fist to the floor. Maybe it's too far. And then as you inhale, lift up, straightening through the front leg. We're going to start to fold forwards into our half splits, taking it as deep as you'd like today. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Remember, if it's too hard, front foot can come down or just take your fingers to the floor. One more breath. Nearly fell. As you inhale, reaching up overhead, release your hands. And then as you exhale, hands come down to the floor, frame that front foot. We're going to tuck the back toes under, lift the back knee, kick our right leg all the way up to the sky, three-legged down dog. And then take a big step back forwards between the hands. Let's see if we can float our arms by our sides like Superman. Big step up, left toes lift away from the floor, chest is lifted, strong through the standing leg, warrior three. As you inhale, lift the chest, lead with the chest, look forwards. Left knee sweeps up in towards you, one-legged standing, hands overhead. As you exhale, take it down, hands by your sides. Take a moment, breathe in. Big breath out. Good, one more. Deep breath out. As we breathe in, let's sweep our arms up overhead. As you breathe out, right knee in towards your chest, hands down by your sides. We're going to kick our right leg back behind us. Weight is in our left foot. Big kick back, keep the chest nice and lifted. Strong warrior three. Starting to bend into the standing leg, take a big step back to the outside edge of the mat. Reach your arms up overhead. As you exhale, we're going to take our right arm underneath the left, so we're crossing over. And then if you can, taking eagle arms, so you take palms together to touch. If it's not possible, you can always grab opposite shoulders. Try and get a nice strong bend through that front leg. Deep breath in, taking elbows up. Doesn't matter if you fall, it's a bit of a balance challenge. And as you exhale, taking elbows down inside your knee. Inhale, lift up, back bend, squeeze your bum strong through your legs. As you exhale, elbows come down inside the knee. One more like this. Inhale, lift up, we've got it. Exhale down. Good. As you inhale, lifting your chest, lift your arms. We're going to see if we can take a big step with the right knee in towards our chest. So get a little bit bouncy on your feet. Big step up. Doesn't matter if you tap the floor like I just did. And then we're going to come into our full eagle. So wrapping that top leg around the bottom leg, start to sit down into a chair. Maybe you can wrap the back toes around your leg. Good. Oh my gosh, it's hot. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. One more, breathe in. Big breath out. Maybe you get a little bit lower. As you inhale, unravel your arms, take your knee into your chest, reach overhead. And as you exhale, take it down. Palms facing forwards, Tadasana. Take a moment. Good. Coming to the other side, try to catch your breath. Strong through the soles of the feet, reach your arms overhead. As you exhale, left knee in towards your chest, hands float down by your sides. So we're balancing on the right leg. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, kicking your left leg back behind you, strong through the standing leg, warrior three. Can take a little bit of a soft bend through your knee if you need to. Big breath in. As you breath out, big step back to the outside edge of the mat. Reach your arms overhead, crescent lunge. Try to get a strong bend through the front knee. Breathing in. As you breathe out, left hand wraps underneath the right. So we've got left arm underneath the right, taking palms together into an eagle arm. If it's not possible, you can always grab opposite elbows. As you inhale, taking elbows up high wherever you are. And as you exhale, elbows inside that front knee. Inhale, take it up. Exhale, tap it down inside. Good. One more. Inhale up. Just keep squeezing your bum. Exhale down. Good. As you inhale back up to neutral, we're going to take a big step up with the left knee in towards our chest. Big step up. Doesn't matter if you fell, just meet me here. And then if you can, bending into the right knee, sitting down into your eagle pose. Maybe you wrap those toes around the back of your calf. If you're really struggling, you can always take tippy toes to the floor. Deep breath in. Deep breath out, sit low. Squeeze your inner thighs like you've never squeezed them before. One more breath. As you inhale, release, left knee into chest, arms overhead. And as you exhale, take it down. Amazing job, guys. You're smashing it today. I know you are. Breathe in, reach up. As you exhale, big dive forwards, folding down. Let's inhale, lift halfway. As you exhale, palms down, stepping back into your high plank position. We're going to drop our knees down from here, untuck our toes and press back into our child's pose, rocking hips gently from side to side. Really nice. And then I just want you to lift your head if it's down on the floor. Take your right hand underneath the gap in the left side, look to the left and take a gentle twist across your body. Deep breath in, catch your breath, deep breath out. As you inhale, gently come back to center, right hand down, left hand's going to thread through that gap. Take the side of your face down. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Staying with your breath now, don't lose it. As you inhale, coming back, walk your hands towards you, and we're going to come all the way down to lie onto our backs. Taking a few well-deserved stretches to finish. So come all the way down onto your back. Just give me a sec to move my mic pack. And then from here, squeeze your knees in towards your chest. Big squeeze. Good. And then let your left leg come all the way out long to the floor. Arms into a T shape. And then drop your knee across you to the left. Now, whether this is easy or this is hard, I want you to focus on one main thing, which is sinking this right shoulder down towards the floor. As we've worked through the chest and shoulders today, I want you to take a big focus onto this area. Keep trying to draw your shoulder into the ground. Deep breath in. Exhale, sink down, knee down, shoulder down. One more breath. Good. As you inhale back to center, knee in towards you, give it a squeeze. And then switching, left knee up and in, right leg all the way out long, arms into a T, and this time we're coming across the body to the right. Noticing maybe if this side is tighter or looser than the other side. And again, working on keeping that left shoulder down onto the floor. Breathe right into the space. So inhale, feel this armpit space expand. And as you exhale, feel it sink down. 2 more like that. Last one, we've got it. Amazing. Inhale to center, left knee in. Give it a squeeze. Right knee can come up to meet it as well. And then taking legs all the way out long to the floor. Give them a good little shake and wiggle. I think my knees and joints just popped 100 times. Hands out by your sides, palms facing up. Let your feet splay open to the sides. Wiggle shoulder blades a little closer together behind your back, just so your heart space is slightly more lifted. We've worked a lot into this area today, so it's probably feeling some sore things. If anything comes up for you now whilst you lie here in your Savasana, just acknowledge them and let them go, knowing that they're coming up for healing. They're coming up so that you can acknowledge them and so that you can choose to let them go. Feeling any little sensations that are running past the body now, whether it's tingles in the feet, in the fingers, in the palms, or just any kind of wave-like energy type feelings. And then when you're ready, start to deepen into the breath. Breathe back into your belly space. Wiggle into fingers, wiggle into toes. Squeeze your knees up in towards your chest. Give yourself a really nice big hug and really feel the love as you hug your knees in towards you. And then gently lifting yourself up to a nice tall seat, coming to a cross leg at the top of the mat. Reclosing the eyes if you open them up. Let's take our arms up overhead, big stretch up. And as you exhale, take your hands to heart center, press into that heart space. As you truly thank yourself, thank your body for practicing, for moving, for allowing you to do everything that you do in your day-to-day life with quite a lot of ease, hopefully. And then gently bowing your head towards your hands. Take this moment to really feel that connection with yourself. And then bow the head, bow the chest. Namaste. Thank you so much, guys, for coming to practice with me today. I really hope you enjoyed this flow. It's a little bit more tricky, some good strong core and arms in there. So please remember to give it a like if you did like it, comment any suggestions or any things that you'd like to see on my channel, any feedback you have, and also remember to subscribe if you haven't already. And I hope to see you back on the mat here very, very soon. Lots of love. Mwah.